Time to try 21 different YOPLAIT yogurt flavors. It's a lot of fucking yogurt. I think this is gonna fuck me up pretty bad. Obviously, I'm not gonna eat all of these in one go. I'm gonna try them a little of each, but even then, 21 bites? It's a lot of yogurt. Let's start with something that seems pretty standard. Your strawberry banana. Oh god, it's gonna be opening these terrible tops all day. Fuck my life. Okay. Tastes pretty much just strawberry. Maybe a little bit of creaminess of the banana, but it's hard to tell, honestly. It's so sweet and like kind of tangy. Yeah, if you just, I wouldn't be able to tell if this was banana. Maybe a little bit, but it's pretty subtle, I think. I think this is like a solid, you know, B+ yogurt. You know, it's what I expect from yogurt. You know, strawberry yogurt. That's like, I feel like that's the default. Here's strawberry kiwi. Okay, so this tab is a fucking bullshit. It looks like they learned their lesson and like included like little tabs on the outside. These are way easier to open than the tab. Just never use the tab, I've found out. That's fucking a fool's errand. Okay. I guess a subtle difference. Like maybe less creamy, more sweet. Still just fucking tastes like strawberry yogurt. I mean, you know, it's also perfectly B+, you know, perfectly acceptable. Now, strawberry cheesecake, I expect a difference. I expect some kind of, you know, sweetness or cakiness or richness. Okay. It's got the kind of like vanilla flavor, vanilla creamy, kind of cakiness, you know, sweetness of cake with the strawberry. I do like this better just because, you know, I like cake. So I'd say this is like an A-, like, you know, a nice, tasty, you know, rich strawberry yogurt. It's got that nice vanilla edge on it. Okay, let's try red raspberry. It's slightly darker. Immediately, you know, has that raspberry flavor, very more tangy sour than strawberry. It's got the gritty little raspberry shit, which honestly is like my least favorite part about raspberries in general. I hate the gritty little seeds or whatever. And they're in here. So while the taste is good, because it's just, you know, raspberry, I don't like the fucking little obnoxious little seeds. So this is going to be, you know, like a B-. Tastes good. Wouldn't go out of my way because I'm not that crazy about the texture. French vanilla. Okay. Just creamy white. I mean, I really like it. It tastes like frosting. Just straight up vanilla. You know, your classic buttercream vanilla frosting. That's exactly what this tastes like. Yeah, and I like that. So this might be my favorite one so far. I think just a solid A. It's simple. It's sweet. It's creamy. I love vanilla. I love frosting. So, yeah. I think this one's my favorite so far. Blackberry pomegranate. Okay, it's a darker color. It's got the grittiness of raspberry. It's slightly more bitter, you know, more bitter, tangy, not nearly as vibrant sweet. I think it's perfectly fine. Kind of reminds me of like blueberry a little bit. I'm gonna say also B-, you know, just that texture is not a great for me. Mountain blueberry. This better taste like the top of a mountain. Better taste that mountain air. You can see the blueberries in there. One thing I'm impressed with is there's like some straight up almost full on fucking blueberries in there. And I love blueberries. They're one of my favorite fruits. Yeah, they got that nice sweet, you know, kind of tangy, sour blueberry flavor. The fact that there's like kind of real blueberries in there is a big improvement. Yeah, A-. I like it. Pineapple. All right. I guess vaguely yellow, but more so white, I feel. Okay. Something about the fact that pineapple, I think, is very sour, and the yogurt has a sourness. It kind of Has a little funkiness. Not like super strong, but it's a little funky when you combine those right together into this sort of mix. It tastes good. I don't think I go out of my way to eat this though. So I think this is all gonna be like a B minus. You know, pineapple is already so strongly sour and sweet, and then combining it with the sourness of yogurt doesn't really work for me. Next up, we have Harvest Peach. Okay. Got some nice chunks of peaches in there, and I think, yeah, this is where, like, you know, they're very sweet. And I think the sweet, you know, with the contrast of the sour of the yogurt. Not that these are super sour yogurt, but you know what I mean. Like a tangy, sourness of the yogurt with nice sweet fruit chunks. That's what I like. Pineapple, it's a little too much of one. This is great. I'm gonna say A minus for this. I love peaches, and yeah, again, having real big fruit chunks is a big bonus. Key lime pie. Looks like a slime you would make in elementary school. Yeah, a little too sour for me. Now, for those of you wondering, yes, I'm not a big fan of Greek yogurt. Greek yogurt is way too sour. The lime is very sour and strong in this, and combining that with yogurt, it's like an assault on the palate, you know. As far as sour goes, you know, I appreciate sour, but it's not one of my. I'm not like, oh man, I love salt and vinegar chips. You know, those are probably some of my least favorite, right? So this is kind of the same thing. It's like if you really like sour citrus, you're gonna get a lot of that in this. I'm disappointed there's not really like a, you know, in the cheesecake there was like that kind of richness of the cake, and I'm getting nothing out of the pie. It just tastes like lime yogurt. It doesn't taste like pie. I would love, like, you know, maybe like almost like a graham cracker or something, cinnamon or anything to make it seem like a pie. But this is just straight up like sour lime yogurt. I'm gonna say this is like a C+. Probably my least favorite so far. Oh hey, just classic strawberry. All right, I've had about 5 strawberry ones so far, so let's see how these stack up. Strawberry yogurt, you know, B+. I will say, barely tastes that different for me than strawberry banana, strawberry kiwi, whatever the fuck. They all taste the same. Let's go with a mixed berry. Okay, so I don't like raspberry grit, but it has strawberry and blueberry. Let's see what reigns supreme among the flavors here. Well, it looks like fucking blueberry, but let's see. Okay. I've never understood mixed berry. Like, for me, if I want to taste a berry, I want to taste the berry. One berry, right? Maybe 2 berries at best. But this just kind of muddles everything up. You know, it mainly tastes like raspberry. Raspberry and blackberry. I guess a little bit of blueberry in there. The strawberry is kind of muted because everything else is kind of like more bitter, more sour. So it just kind of tastes like a muddied, like, you're like, oh, I kind of wish this was just blueberry. But instead it's like got weird, like, all over the place energy. Everything also has C+. Not terrible, but wouldn't go out of my way. Cherry Orchard. Okay. Okay. Very strong. Cherries for me can vary. Ha! Rhymes. At first, I was like, okay, I can get into this. You know, it's got that kind of nice, you know, slightly bitter, sweet cherry flavor. And then it became, like, overwhelmingly sweet. I don't know what that is, but it might even just be, I don't know, just too much cherry for me. If you like cherry, you'll like this. For me, I'm kind of lukewarm on it, and so it's like too much. It's overwhelming cherry. Again, probably a C+. Again, it's not terrible, but it's too tart and sweet for me. How about orange creme? I do love, like, creamsicles. It's a nice light orange color. It's a little cloyingly sweet, but I kind of like it a lot. It does taste like a creamsicle. If you ever had a creamsicle with that really sweet, creamy orange flavor, it's got a good tartness to it too. It's not just, you know, flat out sugar, although it is very sweet. Maybe not as high as I thought, but like a B+. Like you know, it's tasty. It's just very, very sweet. This one I'm excited for. Cookies and cream. I don't think I've ever had cookies and cream yogurt. Looks like there's barely any cookies on the top, but we'll see. Okay. If you're gonna do yogurt, cookies, and cream, put some fucking cookies in there. Now, I'm sure maybe there's texture-wise something would get messed up, but I don't know. How dare you make cookies and cream and not have a single goddamn cookie in here? There's cookie dust or cookie specks. It doesn't even taste that good. It tastes like a weird fake cocoa. Like, it's a really bad aftertaste. This is D. It's really mad. All right, we got our last batch. These are some of the light ones, so it's like a 0 fat or something. Okay. It's got artificial sweeteners like crazy. It is like, oh, like, you know how people complain about like Diet Coke and stuff? Imagine that times 1,000. It's like, it just coats your throat with just like chemically sweetness. Oh, that's bad. That's an F. No thank you. I don't think this is gonna be much better. Let's see. Orange creme. Low fat or light or whatever the fuck. Slightly better. It's like diet orange soda, which is better than just the previous thing, was just like diet sugar. At least you kind of have like a tanginess of the orange, so there's something there. It's still like, I don't know, like a D+, but not bad. We got some whips. These are, I guess, like mousse. All right, strawberry mist. Ooh. Yeah, so maybe they got that fluffy sort of texture. I really like that. I like that texture a lot. It's like almost like a Cool Whip or whipped cream. You know, very very light and fluffy. Yeah, I think this is an A. I really like this a lot. You know, it looks like a gimmick, but it's good shit. Let's see if key lime pie can redeem itself in whip form. It does, actually. I don't think there's that much of a difference in terms of nutrition in terms of these and the regular yogurts, but the texture actually really helps because it's much lighter. You know, with yogurt it can be very kind of rich. You know, this is like a very fluffy, and so the sort of the bold lime flavor kind of like melts over your, you know, disappears over your tongue. It's like, weirdly enough, how they describe like a mist, right? Like kind of like, yeah. It kind of has equal coverage. It's good. Like I like this considerably more. In fact, I would say this is like a B. Like I like this much more than the regular key lime pie. Raspberry mousse. Are they gonna keep the grit? Really good. These whips are fantastic. It's like eating like a soft ice cream. Honestly, it's delicious. It's got none of the problems with raspberry I have. I would say this is also like an A. It you know, it really elevates it. It's light and fluffy and very very tasty. And finally, we got chocolate. Okay. Maybe this can avenge cookies and cream. Oops, I ripped the top off. I guess I'm eating it all. Well, we'll see. Ooh, look at that. It's good. As someone who's, you know, shown in the past, I'm not a big chocolate person. It's a nice change of pace from all the fruit. It does have a good chocolate flavor with that interesting tang of the yogurt. It's actually a pretty good combination. It's not as good as, say, the strawberry or raspberry. So I'm gonna say like a B. Like, again, it's just because I'm not a chocolate guy. If I were, this would be much higher. I would love to try a vanilla version of this. That would probably be pretty high, but overall, pretty good. All right, that was 21 different YOPLAIT yogurts. I actually don't feel that bad. Okay, time will tell. We'll find out. But overall, I'd say my favorites. I loved the whips. You know, both of these were fantastic. I highly recommend these, I think, most of all. I did like the French vanilla yogurt as well. along with I think the blueberry and the peach, which tracks because I like those fruits a lot. But otherwise, yeah, I was expecting more stomach problems than this, but nothing too bad. Overall, pretty pleasant. Not bad, YOPLAIT. Well played, YOPLAIT. Well played!